J Prime here, and today I wanted to talk about positivity. Big surprise on a channel like this. Alright, but seriously. I want to talk about positivity and the fact that it provides power and naturally negates negativity. So, you know, we live in an age where information is at our fingertips, news is at our fingertips, and I feel like oftentimes we feel that the world is incredibly doomed, you know? Like, we keep on hearing these, like, bits of bad news time and time again. And it seems overwhelming at times. But my thing is, like, I don't think it's any worse than it's ever been, to be honest with you. And I say that because, back then there was a lot of horrible stuff that happens, right? And we hear a lot, when we're in school, we hear a lot more, like when we're online, about the things that sort of happen. But how much of that is recorded, right? There's probably a lot of more horrible things that go on. Now, in this day and age, right? Again, we have information literally at our fingertips. It's easy to get a hold of information. It's easy to record information. It's easy to spread information. And with negativity, I do feel like it does speak a bit louder sometimes. And that's unfortunate. But I think we cannot ignore positivity. Even if it doesn't speak as loud sometimes. So we live in an age where it seems like the more and more people interact with each other, the more diverse we become, the more it seems like hate just seems to rise and bubble, and that's because it does. But I don't think this is any different than it was before. However, I do think that because we are in the age that we are in, that just like the negative information gets out there and spreads, positive information spreads too. And I think that scares a lot of people. And I'm glad about that. I know a lot of amazing people. I've seen a lot of evidence of people being amazing. So, for me, every time I see, like, somebody killing someone because of this and because of that, because of the way they look, because of what religion they practice, like, I see a bunch of other good people who are not only tolerant of, how people look, how they act, their backgrounds, what religion they practice, but they encourage that. For all the stuff that we're seeing out there, we're seeing each generation say, hey, I see what happened before, and I'm not happy about that. And we see people within those previous generations saying, hey, this is how I grew up. I think that's unacceptable. I don't want the world to be like this. I feel like you get like two major reactions. You get a lot of reactions, but like to the way that you grow up. But there's two that to me that stick out. You either do what's done to you, you made the world a worse place, because that's all you know, or you see something that happened to you and you say, no, I don't want that to happen. And this is regarding negative things, because you could have the same thing with positive things, where you have like someone saying, hey, I grew up and things were positive for me and I want to make that stick. Or like you have negative people who have maybe a positive life and are like, nope, not for me, and they do horrible things. But my big thing is like there's two major reactions. Like you kind of do what's done to you, or you do the opposite. And I think that's interesting. Now, for me, I feel like I grew up, and I've seen like a lot of things on both sides, but I was always raised to think pretty positively, to keep on fighting, and I've taken that and I've expanded. And so, for me, when I'm seeing all these horrible things, I can't let go of the positivity, because if I do, how can I hope the future will change? If all of us forget it, if all of us don't like maintain that positivity, what will the next generation say if they don't see that? I don't know. But what I do know is that positivity, oh, it grows. And sometimes we don't always see the impact that our kindness has on others, but it's there. I've seen it time and time again, and I've been fortunate enough to see that. I've been fortunate enough for people to tell me that my positivity matters, that my kindness matters. And I'm here to tell you, if you haven't seen that, if you haven't heard that, people are thinking it. It's just, it's difficult sometimes when you're not hearing it, or when you see so much negativity in the world. And so my thing is, like, if you're out there and you're being kind, that's important, that matters, that has impact. And you know how I know that it has impact? Because I've seen it. I've experienced it. And the other thing is, what I find interesting is the people who are, like, getting more hateful, that they see diversity and they want to, like, crack down on it. When they're seeing more people interact, find out about more cultures, and they see that these people are not only tolerant of each other, but they encourage each other, they get fearful. They're scared. They want you to fall apart. They want us all to be divided. And I feel like the further they push, maybe they might divide some people in the short term. But they're also bringing people together whether they realize it or not. And I think in the long term, that will win out. I have no doubt about that. They're scared for a reason. They don't want to lose that power or what they think is power. Because I can tell you right now, those hateful people, they don't actually have power. They have the illusion of power. Real power, real strength, it does not require you to subjugate someone. No. Real power and real strength allows you to be strong, but it allows you to also bring up others with you. And if you're really strong and if you're really comfortable in who you are and what you do, then you have no fear, no reason not to bring people up with you. And that's the truth of it to me. I believe that we all have more power than we think. Our actions, our impacts, our actions, our words, they have incredible impact. And I will say that I think that it can have a negative impact or it can have a positive impact. But we're so used to seeing the negative impact that it's hard for us to see that positive impact. So, in short, I'm saying yes, kindness matters. It's important. It is power. You are what they fear. Never forget that. Positivity provides power, and it naturally negates negativity. And hateful people, violent people, they're afraid of you and what you can do. So I suggest you show them what you can do. Keep on being kind. Keep on being amazing. Have a great day. Prime out.